There are moments in life when everything seems to collapse, when the pain feels unbearable and the silence of the soul becomes deafening. You may have felt this before, an invisible weight pressing on your chest, an inexplicable emptiness, and a sense that you don't belong in this world. If you recognize this, it may not be a coincidence. It could be the sign that you are one of the chosen, called to awaken in the midst of chaos and darkness. The spiritual awakening of the chosen is not a path of comfort. It is a journey of breaking illusions, of stripping away everything that is false, and of rediscovering who you truly are. While most people live trapped in distractions and superficiality, the chosen are confronted with reality in its rawest form. They are forced to face themselves, their wounds, and their mission. And this process, though painful, is what transforms lives. Awakening is not simply about gaining knowledge. It is about inner rebirth. It is about understanding that your pain was never in vain, that every scar carries a lesson, and that every storm was preparing you for something greater. The chosen are not victims of life. They are warriors of light, shaped by adversity to shine in the darkness. And that light is not for themselves alone. It is meant to illuminate the path for others. When you begin to awaken, you start to see through the illusions of this world. You realize that money, fame, and recognition are nothing compared to inner peace and connection with the divine. You start to detach from what once enslaved you and discover that true freedom comes from within. This is when you begin to live with purpose, no longer chasing approval, but guided by a higher calling that cannot be silenced. But awakening also brings responsibility. Being chosen does not mean being privileged, it means being tested. You will face rejection, misunderstanding, and solitude. People will not always understand your transformation, and some may even turn against you. But that solitude is part of the path. In silence, the chosen strengthen themselves, connecting directly with the source of wisdom and love that sustains them. The truth is that many resist awakening because it requires sacrifice. It means dying to your old self, letting go of attachments, and confronting your deepest fears. But those who accept the call are reborn with a clarity that nothing can shake. They understand that they are here not just to survive, but to transform the world around them through their example, their energy, and their unshakable faith. And here lies the truth that will transform your life. You were never alone. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of despair was guided by a higher hand. Your suffering was not punishment, it was preparation. You are being molded for something that goes beyond this world, something eternal. And when you finally embrace who you are, you will realize that the chains that held you back never had power over you. They only existed to test your strength. This is the awakening of the chosen, a painful yet glorious path where suffering becomes wisdom and solitude becomes strength. It is the journey of those who were called to make a difference, to carry the torch of light in a dark world, and to remind humanity of its divine origin. And if you feel this message resonates deeply within your soul, it is because your time has come. The awakening is not tomorrow, it is now. Many times you may question why life seems harder for you than for others. Why do you feel things so intensely? Why does injustice weigh so heavily on your heart? These are not signs of weakness. They are confirmations of your sensitivity, of your spiritual antenna tuned to a higher frequency. The chosen are like guardians of truth, unable to ignore what the majority overlooks. This sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift, one that, once embraced, becomes the very tool that allows you to guide and heal others. Your awakening is not just for you. It is part of a much greater design. Every step you take toward truth creates ripples that touch lives around you, often in ways you don't even realize. A word you speak, a gesture of compassion, or even your silent presence can transform someone's path. The chosen carry a responsibility to be examples, not of perfection, but of authenticity. And when you accept this role, you begin to understand that your life is not an accident. It is a divine mission unfolding. So let this truth echo in your heart. You are chosen, and your life has a purpose beyond what you can see. Do not run from your calling. Do not let fear silence your destiny. The world needs your light, your courage, and your transformation. This is your moment to rise, to awaken, and to live the truth that was written for you since the beginning of time. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction. Stay with us because the next video will open your eyes even further.